Guys, gonna do a live or an ovulation test. Um, so yeah, after this video, I'm going to do just a spur of the moment pregnancy test because on Christmas Eve I had taken one and it came back in your face positive. I don't know if I may have, I'm trying to open this. I don't know if I may have stated that in my first update video or not, but I did have a bright in your face positive on Christmas Eve. So we were all, all excited and everything that, it's positive, it was on Christmas Eve, what a great Christmas present, right? No. So later that night, I had taken one of my cheap idiot scent tests, and it showed negative, like not even a hint of anything, it was just negative. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, well, maybe it's because it's not the first urine of the day. Cool. Then the next day, I went and I took 2 different clear blue digitals. One had the weeks estimated, the other one was just the yes or no. And then I had taken another 88-cent one. And they all showed up negative, not pregnant. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, well, maybe it could have been a false positive, and then I just ruled it out as a false positive. But just to make sure, I had also went to the doctor and gotten blood work done, and that test came back negative. Well, here's the thing. A few days later, after the blood test, I think it was the day after the blood test, I'm not sure, the test that I got the positive on this test. I don't know if you can see it all too well. Yeah, but there is a line here. And I got that on Christmas Eve. Well, I took this same kind of test. It was Equate. It was the generic first response test. But I had taken that, and then I got in a really faint line, and it didn't make any sense on why I got the real bit positive, and then the rest of them showed up kind of negative, and the blood work was negative, and then this showed like a faint positive. So I was really all over the place. And I had ruled it out as just maybe a false positive. Well, my mom and a friend of theirs, we went over and we were talking, and my period was only like a day and a half, 2 days, something around there. And she said that I could have possibly have been really pregnant. I mean, like really early in a pregnancy, and I could have just miscarried it. And that's why I didn't have the usual 5 to 7 day long period, and why the test came back so positive. So that's what they had thought. But I don't know. So I'm just ruling it out as a false positive. Because that's what everything else is backed up. But I'm going to do an ovulation test here. And then later, right after this video gets uploaded, I'll have another one coming up. I think, I don't know what I should name it. I'll just probably name it Random Pregnancy Test 1 or Checkup Pregnancy Test. So, but here we go. I'm going to dip my ovulation test in for, it says dip it in for 20 seconds, but usually by the time like the urine starts going across the screen, I mean, obviously that's enough. So I'm just going to count anyway. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, so it is calculating. It is moving across the screen, so I'm going to set it down. And basically how those work, there's a test line and a control line as every other test. You guys may have taken them. They are the Equate early ovulation test. It's showing backwards on my screen, so I don't know if it's going to show backwards on yours. But I think they're like $7 to $8 for a box of 7 of them. So that's that. But basically how they work is they have a test line and a control line. There will usually always be something showing up on the test line, but you're not ovulating unless your test line is as dark as the control line. It has to be as dark or darker than the control line. And then that's when you're ovulating. Otherwise, if you just look at it and you see a line, you're literally ovulating every day. So that's basically how that works. I'm going to look and see when I'm able to look at it. Because if it's like a 3-minute thing, this video is coming up on 5 minutes, and I don't want to just, have a 7-minute video of me waiting like, 3 more minutes. So, Alright, it did say 3 minutes, and I'm back. It's been 3 minutes, roughly, give or take. And it is showing up nothing. I don't know if we can get that to focus. If I can see too much, I don't even need that to hold it there. So, I don't know if you can see it, but you kind of see how there's sort of another line here. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but I mean, like, it's almost non-existent. So if you can't see it, that's perfectly fine. But this is the control line. This is supposed to be basically what you base this off of. So this line has to be as dark or darker than this line. But anyway, yep, so it's my ovulation test. I'm clearly not ovulating. So I guess we can just try again tomorrow. Or, yeah. So, alright. Like I said, the next video I'm going to be doing is a pregnancy test, and that'll be uploaded right after this one. Basically just to see if I still get a negative or if it comes up as a positive based on all the yes and no's that I got earlier a few weeks ago. So stay tuned. Pregnancy test will be coming up. Look for it. I'll just put it in as checkup pregnancy test 1. So keep an eye out for that. Bye, guys.